Hello, everybody. Today I'm talking about solar eclipse in Pisces on 8th of April 2024. This eclipse is at 25 degrees of Pisces, and it is visible in all of the USA states, but it is got a short path of totality where you can see the full solar eclipse. Now, while the solar eclipse, there's a lot of excitement here in USA about the eclipse, but according to the Vedic tradition, the eclipses are sacred times and disturbed times, and therefore we need to be mindful of them. So let us explore. Hello, I'm Komilla Sutton, and we are talking solar eclipse in Pisces. Do remember to subscribe, press the bell notification. So the solar eclipse in Pisces is at 25 degrees Pisces. It is a total eclipse. 25 degrees Pisces is Revati Nakshatra. And it begins in South Pacific, but by the time it makes landfall, it will be 11:07 at the Pacific coast in Mexico. And then it has a narrow path of totality. And you'll have to look at your own places where you will be able to see the eclipse in USA. And then it leaves Maine at about 3:15, and then Newfoundland, it will be around 5 o'clock. So it has this totality is visible throughout the 48 contiguous states of USA and parts of Canada, parts of Mexico. The rest of the USA will see it as partial eclipse, depending on how far you are from the totality. However, the eclipses are always disturbed energy. And while there seems to be a lot of excitement and celebration and people are wanting to party around the eclipse, that is not the Vedic astrology view of the eclipses. Eclipses were rare, sacred times, and especially when it was visible. That means that you were spending the day in prayer and chanting and just keeping the life very simple during that time because the energies were very disturbed. The sun, which is the source of light for everybody, was obscured, and according to Vedic astrology, the shadow across the sun, which is of the moon, of course, is also Rahu visible. So Rahu becomes very powerful, and the solar or lunar eclipse take place near Rahu Ketu positions. So this is a most important factor to consider, that as the eclipse is taking place, it is creating unsettled energy, and there are many areas that this unsettled energy can manifest. It can manifest politically, it can manifest geographically in extreme weather patterns, volcanoes, earthquakes. Often earthquakes are happening actually not on the day of the eclipse. You see, just before, just after, and it's not necessary that it's exactly on the same day, but it is happening around that time. And so it's all very unsettled energy, and they can be both positive changes after the eclipse, but also more challenging changes. And as 2024 sees many major elections taking place in the world, you could say that there are going to be many changes there, or something unexpected happening. So we are taking this eclipse as an omen for things to come, and to be, especially around the eclipse day, because the emotions are very heightened, and so we all need to take care of how you feel. I don't know, I always feel very strange around eclipse times, and I keep the day very simple. And the thing is that although the eclipse is visible in USA, everybody will experience the energy of the eclipse. And depending on where you are, it could be 8th, even 9th, but be aware of it. And it's about 6 p.m. UTC, Universal Time. You can check according to yourself. I look at the NASA website for the dates and details. That what is important is obviously that if you are in the zone of the eclipse, then it is the most intense, but otherwise is most secret energy. You'll still feel it, and it's not the easiest. Secondly, the world horoscope is always decided with the new moon in Pisces. And this year, the new moon in Pisces is eclipse. So that also shows that the world is at a unstable place, but we could also say it's at the edge of transformation, and the transformation needn't be negative. I did do a video on the world horoscope predictions. You can look it up on my website, komilla.com, and you can get it if you want. But it's a very unusual energy for all of us. And of course, if your birthdays are around 8th of April, you could say 7th, 8th, 9th of April, then you are facing the change, transformation that is taking place. Now, one thing to remember is that the eclipses take place in the same area. So let's say Pisces, Virgo area where the eclipses are taking place just now. Once every 9 years, you have a Rahu eclipse or a Ketu eclipse. Now, this year it is a Rahu eclipse because Rahu is in Pisces, and the sun moon, when the new moon takes place, near Rahu. And Rahu's degree is not considered the eclipse degree. It is sun moon degree, which is at 25 degrees of Pisces, which will be regarded as the eclipse degree. Other planets are a bit unstable at this time. Mercury is Gandanta. Saturn has just moved into Purva Bhadra Nakshatra, and there's going to be a Saturn-Mars conjunction on the 10th of April. So it's not at all easy energy. And that is why I would say that if you are where you are in USA, if you are there, then it's good to watch it from where you are, but otherwise don't make the special effort to go and try to watch the eclipse, because it is not like a party time. As astrologers, we need to watch and to look at or feel the energy, what is happening, so that next time there's an eclipse, we understand what is taking place. And I like to also look at all the general events taking place around that time, so that then I'm aware of it. And so best is to keep the day simple. You know that this is a disturbed energy. If you feel emotionally fraught or the mind is everywhere, then calm yourself down. It's one day, things will pass. But at that time, not a good day to make decisions, to do important jobs, and to be in big crowds. It's best not to be in big crowds if you can avoid it, or travel. So, of course, some people have already made the program, so keep to that. But generally, this is not the easiest energy. And I've been talking about it for some time and explaining to you. And then Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, so it's sort of some things are coming to an end. The only thing that we cannot know is what exactly is going to transform, what is changing. It's never the way we think it is. And however much astrology you know or you analyze, there's something that is beyond our imagination or thinking. So we honor that energy of the solar eclipse. We allow it to reveal its messages, but not push things around that time. And to most important is stay calm. Very many people during the eclipse time will keep like a fast, not eat a lot, and then have a shower after the eclipse is over, and then continue with their life. So of course this is where the eclipse is visible. Where it is not visible, you can just be aware that these energies are heightened emotional time, and that you are just honoring that energy, being aware, being conscious, and then as it finishes, then you can feel that something moving away from you, like some kind of shadow. But because there's a Mars-Saturn conjunction about to happen, we are still on guard in a way. So how does it affect you? Let us explore. So for the eclipse, we want to see your moon sign, also your sun sign, and ascendant. So there are three things: sun, moon, ascendant. And sun, of course, is a Vedic sun sign that I'm talking about, because this is Vedic astrology. So Pisces is a Vedic sun sign. So Aries eclipses in your 12th house. 12th house is the house of expenses, loss, and transformation. It can also be a very spiritual timing. So be very careful also. Around the eclipse, the Mars-Saturn conjunction exact is forming. So you're not at the best place just now. So the next week, I would say, don't plan any major things, but and especially keep a lookout for expenses. It's a good idea to be more spiritual. Yes, the eclipse is in your 11th house. Now, 11th house is not a bad place for the eclipse to be taking place. It's a house of finances, money, some unexpected energy would happen. And I think the main thing to watch here is that if you feel financially dissatisfied, or you feel I should get more money in your job, then this is not the time to decide. Also, Venus, though it is exalted, it's with the eclipse. So it's not really giving you the full energy that it should. Gemini, the eclipse is in your 10th house. 10th house eclipse means there's some change in the direction of your career. And career could be, positive change, or it could be something unexpected, or things in your company or where you work are changing and you feel unsettled about it. So normally, because it is Rahu's energy that is creating the eclipse, it's not always 100% negative, because Rahu can bring opportunities as well. But at the time of the eclipse, it's a bit shaky. Cancer, the eclipse is in your 9th house. And 9th house is the house of the guru, the advisor, the higher mind. And Rahu is encouraging you to look in the negative ways and be very careful taking advice around the eclipse time. And any advice that you're getting, then double check it, because Rahu is there by transit as well, and the eclipse is there. It is possible that you may follow some, wrong advice, or you get some wrong advice. So be extra cautious about that. Leo, the eclipse is in your 8th house. 8th house is not the easiest place for the eclipse to be in. And of course, your Lagna Lord Sun is eclipsed as well. So you do need to be cautious, and there can be some unexpected developments for you, change, transformation, and, watch your health as well. But overall, 8th house eclipse and is definitely unsettled energy for you. Virgo, eclipses in your 7th house of marriage, relationship. So Virgo, Pisces, they are both having the eclipses, and there is air of change. October, there is a Virgo eclipse. We just had a Virgo lunar eclipse. So, and Mercury is also Gandanta. So you are not experience this, or at least the energy around you is unsettled, restless. So you have to think about just staying calm. I made a video about Mercury's unusual transit as well. So you have to be very conscious, again, not making decisions around the eclipse, but generally not making yourself more unsettled. Libra, eclipses in your 6th house. Generally, 6th house energy is quite okay. Eclipses there, you have to watch for competition and unexpected obstacles that you face in life. And because Venus is also next to the eclipse, you may feel that, you have to sort out people who are detractors or opposing and overcome obstacles. But at this stage, just let it be. Let this energy settle down before making a decision. Scorpio, eclipses in the 5th house. 5th house is house of children, creativity, ideas. Now, children can feel unsettled. If you have children, then they, whatever age they are, this is indicating some unsettling changes for them, or that they're just feeling restless and wanting to make changes, and you can just help to calm them down. But this can also be a very fertile time, a lot of ideas, imagination running riot. But note those ideas down. Don't act on them at this stage. Sagittarius, eclipses in the 4th house. So 4th house is home, happiness, mother. So Sagittarius maybe feel unsettled as far as their home life is concerned. They may want to change or move house. Now, one good thing for Sagittarius is that Jupiter is not part of the eclipse. So, you can be more, watch what is happening. But at the same time, I feel that there are some changes. And remember, they don't happen on the day of the eclipse, but it's like the atmosphere, this is the general energy. And you may make changes in the house where you are, or you may want to move home. Capricorn, eclipses in your 3rd house. 3rd house is okay for the eclipse. Although Saturn is not involved in the eclipse, Saturn itself is having a conjunction with Mars on 10th of April. And so you see, this is a uncomfortable few days for you. 3rd house also connected to younger siblings, also courage, confidence. If you're feeling overconfident at this time, then you know that is not the right thing to do. Or if you feel, I must do this right now, I have to sort it out, then don't do it and wait till all this energy has passed, Mars Saturn is over, then think about what you want to do. Aquarius, eclipse in the 2nd house of money, finances, speech. Now, for Aquarius, there are 2 things happening. One is the eclipse, 2nd house, but Saturn-Mars conjunction as well on 10th. So that is a stressful time for you, and you need to be very mindful of it. And so this week with the Saturn-Mars conjunction and, the eclipse, you don't want to be taking financial decisions at this time. You have to watch what you say, because the eclipse can make you say something impulsively that could be hurtful to others. And definitely financial decisions, and you feel under a lot of stress and things to do things quickly, and it's not a good time to be impulsive. Pisces, of course, the eclipse is in Pisces. Now, depending on the degree of your sun, moon, ascendant, it is how intense the eclipse is. But generally for Pisces, there's a winds of change taking place. So some change, it's a eclipse after 9 years. This is a Rahu eclipse after 18 years. Last time the eclipse was Ketu. So there's always change in life, and to be conscious of it. Of course, if you're changing dashas at the same time or other major transits, then it is an important eclipse energy for you. As you know, I'm Pisces as well, Pisces ascendant, and definitely I can see some areas of my life changing. Not everything, but it is very important for you to keep your day sober, to be careful and mindful of anything you're doing around this eclipse energy. Luckily for you, Jupiter's out of the eclipse, so he's not involved in the eclipse. So that is much better. So that is it for today. Do remember to subscribe, press the bell notification. Thank you.